welcome back to Kingdom Campers. So today I am going to show you guys an issue I had and how I'm going to fix it. So here is the story. We're loading up our trailer. We're getting ready for a new camping adventure. I go to pack stuff into the bathroom, and it looks unusually bright. The main door to the bathroom is closed, and no lights are on, so I was confused. So I'm sure you can probably guess by now, but let me show you what the issue was. We have a vent, and the vent is completely gone. Completely sun rotten off. So you can see the edge of it there. I lifted it up a little bit. So you can kind of see the edge of it. Let me roll it up even more. So, there. You can see it's completely gone. So, what I'm doing is I'm replacing the vent shade today, and I'm also putting on a MaxxCool vent cover. So there's a MaxxCool vent cover. So with this, what you can do is you can leave it on while you're driving and leave your vent open, excuse me. So you can leave your vent open, and you can have air come into the trailer while you're driving and not have to worry about the vents getting damaged because of that. Also, this is supposed to be it's supposed to be a rainproof one. I need to double check that. I know MaxxCool tends to promote that a lot on other products. I did look at the MaxxAir fan, the different ones, they're 10-speed, things like that, but they were just out of our budget for now. I was finding them well over our budget for what it costs to just get this. The Campin' RV trailer camper motorhome vent cover. So this vent cover, I believe, was I don't know, maybe like $30. I think it was roughly about $30 off Amazon. I'll put the link below so you guys can see that. But it's a simple vent, just a plain basic white. I know it's kind of hard to see because all this stuff's bright, but it's a plain basic white vent. And so I wasn't too concerned. Ooh. I wasn't too concerned with the color because I'm putting the MaxxAir fan vent over top of it anyways. And so, there. So I'm putting the MaxxAir fan vent over top of it anyways. So I wasn't concerned with the color of it. It's not really going to be seen, and plus they're both white, so no big deal. It'll still let a lot of light in, just kind of sunlight, or I can't think of the word right now. Skylight style. Since it's white, it's going to be kind of like a skylight still, so sun's still going to be able to come in and lighten up the bathroom during the middle of the day, whereas a darker tinted one or something like that wouldn't have the same effect. Alright, well, it's getting hot in here. Again, I live in Phoenix, Arizona. It's middle of summer right now, and I'm inside my trailer with no air, no fans, no nothing. So it's getting warm. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, well, that's about it for inside the camper here. We're going to hop up top, see what we need to do up there, and then just keep going from there. It's going to be hot. I got a pad to sit down onto. The trailer roof is scorching hot, so let's get up there. Now, I don't know if anyone can relate with me out here, but I am scared of unobstructed heights. So it's not really... Sometimes it's the actual height of something, but it's more of the lack of any sidewalls, or like going up a ladder, such as this one here. That scares me, even though it's only 10, 12 foot, right around there. it still scares me. You know, so it might be a little slower than normal, but I'm gonna get up there, gonna do what I need to do. We're gonna get this thing changed, get it over with. All right, let's see you up there. All right, now we are on top of the trailer. So, yeah, let's start digging into this thing. Figuring out what we need to do. Alright, so I'll show you guys how brittle this thing is also right now. I'm just grabbing it, it's just flaking apart. Yeah, so that is not good. So it's a simple slide on off track system. So just needed to slide it out of the track back here, and then that one is done. All right, so now we need to build the new vent cover. Again, it's got the same simple slide on off hinge system. So here's the piece for it. It just slides on the back, but we need to get this crossbar onto there first. Attached onto it first and then attached onto the vent. So let's do that. So it's a simple kit, six little bolts, washers, nuts, and it goes together. One thing to make sure about is when you put it together, that the large opening for the hinge, for the opening, the actual lift bar, is closest to the hinge part. Otherwise it will not open. It's going to have a hard issue getting the actual hinge bar into it, the lift bar into it. So. I've got some tools to tighten down the nuts and bolts, but it's a 5.5 millimeter for these nuts, and then just a standard Phillips on the screw head side. So let's get that tightened down. Also, if I would have thought about it beforehand, it'd be a good idea to replace the seal on the vent itself. It's a simple plastic, just silicone cover that goes over top of it, but it's all right. It's in okay condition, so we'll leave it for now. All right, now that's all secure. One thing I could have done that I didn't think about until about halfway through this, I could have actually riveted these all on, give it a much better secure fit, but these feel really good. They have the little washers on them and stuff, so I tightened it down pretty good. Plus, with having the MaxxAir fan vent over it, I'm not too concerned with it popping off or anything. So, all right, well, let's get it installed. Alright, well, there we go. Vent cover is now installed. You saw it move several times, going up and down. Feels great. No snags, no anything like that, so fitting great. Next is to get on the MaxxAir cover. So that's going to sit over top of this, just as such, without that, like that, and there we go. So let's get into that. Alright, so what I just did is take a 3/16 drill bit and you drill into the frame of the vent itself, and with that you're going to attach these L brackets here. They're going to attach to it. So this side here, the short of the L, is going to attach to the vent, attach to the vent that you just drilled into, and then the MaxxAir fan, the MaxxAir cover, is going to sit on top of here, and you're going to attach the bolts through here. That's going to keep it onto the vent. So that's what we're doing. Let's get the rest of them. One thing I want to caution about is when you're doing this, you got to hold the bolts and the nuts over top of the opening into the bathroom. So if your screen isn't on, just be aware that you might drop it down in the bathroom. So it's just, up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder. So hopefully I didn't just jinx myself. So here we go. Alright, one thing that would probably make more sense than what I did is the bolts that go into the L brackets. You could probably install them first and make it a lot easier. These are loose enough, I haven't tightened them down yet to be able to fit them under there, but in case you tighten them down first, you might want to put the bolts in there first. Makes it a lot easier than trying to have to bend the brackets to get them in. So. Now, one issue that you do run into with this vent hood is the vent cannot be opened all the way up with it in use. I just tried putting it on, as you saw, and it's hitting pretty bad. So you can drop it down and then go from there. I don't like this getting down part. It's the scariest part for me. All right, so the hold down nuts are a 7/16. So, and the bolts themselves actually have a squared off portion that pulls up into the bracket to hold it down. So let's get those tightened up. So where you're mounting down into, or where you're screwing down into, is it does have reinforced portions, reinforced plastic, but still you are tightening down on the plastic. So be careful with how tight you get that. Over time it's going to weaken due to sun or travel, things like that. So just be careful, be aware. And the last two, we got this one and this one. Alright, well, there we go. It's fully attached, as you'll see. Nice and secure. I'm going inside and screw down these brackets on the inside. So let's get down there. Alright, so now we are back inside the camper, and we're going to tighten down the L brackets that went onto the inside of the vent fan. So these here, the ones we had to drill the holes for, and the bolts are sticking through the L brackets into the vent. So let's get those going. Alright, so there's that. Feels pretty secure. And as you can see, that's the extent of the vent opening. So there's a little filter. I mean, it's just, there's no screen or anything, it's just this tiny little piece for the back. As high as that is as high as the vent opening will go. But it's pretty good still. So, alright, well, let's get the rest of the stuff on. We got this screen to put up, and then we got the outer shroud to put on still. So, let's go for that. Well, there's all that. we're essentially done then with this project. Fan works. Fan works. Fan opens and closes. And now essentially we could leave this open. We could leave this open at all time now. In the Arizona heat we won't. When we travel we might leave the fan going, be able to suck some of the air out. Hopefully cool it down as we get to somewhere. So one of my next modifications I want to do also is I found a surround. So this surround here on the vent fan, they make one that has LEDs inside the sides of it. So there's lights actually inside here. So I think we'll look into one of those next. And yeah, if I do, I'll definitely do a video for it. It doesn't look like a hard install, as you saw. Even with this one, wasn't a hard install. Very simple to do. It's just a matter of getting on the roof and being able to have some basic hand tools, drill, bits, things like that. So anyways, looks like we're done here, guys. All right, until next time, enjoy the adventure. See you later.